There's nothing quite like a late, out-of-date Friday night shite SmackDown review. We've already seen Crown Jewel, but now we have to review a SmackDown that's a day out-of-date, even though technically it's 8 days out-of-date because it was taped last week. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. I'm trying to get us pumped. I'm trying to get us excited about this review, but it's a bit hard when you know this was, like I say, taped out of date and essentially a filler episode before going to Crown Jewel. Anything important that was going to happen going into Crown Jewel happened last week on the live edition of SmackDown and not the taped edition. Now, I don't want to make it sound shit, so don't tune out. Stay tuned. I'm sure something great will happen. I'm sure there'll be a spoiler that we weren't aware of, and maybe we'll get fucking Austin versus Rock in the dark match. You know, that could happen.
It could happen.
If you stay to the end of the video, that might, and that could indeed happen. What do you think?
That could indeed happen. You might get the immortal Hulk Hogan taking on Brock Lesnar.
Alright, you had to go and fucking ruin it, man. Hulk Hogan can even walk to the ring, never mind have a match.
The Rock doesn't even leave his fucking... Doesn't even let his arse... Doesn't even wipe his own arse these days. I think he's going to have a fucking match in WWE.
See, I think this would have been a better SmackDown, right? If they just, like, had a satellite and it, like, zoomed in on The Rock's house for 2 hours. And The Rock wasn't even there.
Aye.
The Rock could have...
You just get the illusion that it's The Rock's house.
Well, whose house is it?
Doesn't have to be his. You could just say The Rock's house.
The Rock's house. We might be hearing for The Rock next. Then it gets to the end of the 2-hour show. We didn't hear for The Rock. Till next time, guys. Peace. Good night. Anyway, we have to get into this. So let's do it. We kick off SmackDown. We kick off the Go Home show before Crown Jewel with a no disqualification match. This was essentially set up last week. They've been having a mini feud ever since Liv Morgan lost the belt to Ronda Rousey. Sonya Deville has been kind of making fun of Liv Morgan, saying that she was never really champ material and that she was never good enough and this and that. But how many belts has Sonya Deville held? That's the question I've got to ask. A big fucking fat zero. And what's Sonya Deville's chances of winning this match? The same. I love the match. Liv Morgan wins. Table spot where Sonya Deville's trying to do the German suplex, and I've never really understood this. Like, surely, even if you're doing a German suplex on the outside of the apron to the floor, you're going to be in a lot of fucking pain if you actually hit that move.
It's essentially the same manoeuvre as what actually happens if you just fall back with them.
Yeah, now we never actually see this move get done, but it gets done in this, but in like really slow. Like, remember sometimes like Angle's maybe doing it to Shawn Michaels, and he's literally the intensity, man. Like Angle's head's about to pop off his shoulders. Now see,
Michaels is fucking hanging on like he's Popeye.
Now see if Michaels lets go. Fuck knows how far in the crowd he's going to land.
The elastic band effect.
But if Michaels lets go, he's probably in row said. But in this one, it was like Sonya Deville was putting no effort into it, and then Liv Morgan just kind of like jumped back into it. It was like one of the softest landings you'll ever see. So, I mean, whatever. They're trying to make out this was a great spot. We've never seen this spot happen before. Yeah, but normally when we see it, it's like the person's fucking hanging on for dear life, and you're thinking, holy shit, if they let go, they're fucked. But in this case, I mean, Liv Morgan just let go and jumped back into Sonya. It was pretty tame. Then she hits the Oblivion on a bunch of steel chairs. I mean, there was about 10 steel chairs in the ring, but she only landed close to one. Don't even think she hit the damn thing. But she beat Sonya Deville. I mean, who cares? Multiple breaks. Just basically...
Sonya Deville deserves better. Liv Morgan sucks.
Basically, Liv Morgan, you're not on the pay-per-view, so we'll give you a win tonight. Why not? Liv stands tall, Liv raises her hand, that's pretty much it. Tonight's progressive match flow is a replay. We look back last week and we see Emma, how she returned and issued the open challenge, or she answered the open challenge issued by Ronda Rousey. We then get Megan Morant. She's backstage interviewing Emma, asking how it feels to be back. Emma says it's 5 years since she was in WWE and she wasn't sure this day would ever come again. But it's here. She can feel the blood pumping. Her heart was pounding out of her chest. Emma says she has something to prove to herself. And then Shia Lee walks up and applauds. Shia Lee dismisses the interviewer. Lee says Emma is a good talk game, but she watched Emma lose, and the only thing she proved is that she's weak. Emma says number 1, that was Ronda Rousey. And number 2, and then she hits her with like a forearm, and Lee's like down, and Emma leaves, and this was Lee said she looked weak, and she kind of proved it here with this fucking weak forearm.
Yeah, it was horrendous.
Plus, for the past, 6 months, I swear to God, 1 week Shia Lee's a face, and the next week she's a heel. It all depends on if they're having a multi-women's match. See if they've got more heels. If they've got more heels in the match, they'll chuck Shia Lee in there as a face. But if there's more faces in the match, they'll chuck Shia Lee in as a heel. I remember the Protector. She can protect herself, never mind protect anyone else.
Well, it's the Shia Lee show.
What a waste of time. Why Shia... what is the fucking point of Shia Lee? I just don't get... Plus, I just noticed, she's actually really fucking short. Not midget level short, but she's short enough. And I don't really know what Emma was saying here.
She got away with a child ticket.
Emma basically says that she lost to Ronda Rousey, so it's okay. I don't like that mentality.
Yeah, you're just back.
I just don't like that sort of mentality. See if Austin lost, he wouldn't be like, it's alright, I lost to The Rock. It doesn't work that way.
It can maybe work
No, it could work maybe if the fucking Hurricane said it,
I lost to The Rock.
But if you're good, then it doesn't really matter who you lost to. You can't just say, well, it's alright, they expect me to lose.
Especially in the
context. That was like some Geo fucking Fan Broncos level of fucking...
if Logan Paul comes out and says, my third match ever, I took him close, I was actually the better person in the match. I was just unlucky. You'd say fair enough, but she's just coming and being like, she's better. What's to be expected? Emma sucks. Why is there a big deal made out about her? She sucked 5 years ago, she sucks now.
Alright, then we see Imperium arriving backstage. We also see Rey Mysterio arriving. Cole's hyping up tonight's main event. The big question I've got to ask is, why is this not happening at Crown Jewel? Surely those camel-loving Arabs would love to see the legend that is Rey Mysterio in action. So why not save that match for
maybe
Crown
they
Jewel?
Want Rey and Dominic on the same show. And maybe they need SmackDown to have something half relevant to it this week.
You know what? For once, you've actually made a really good point.
What, two good points?
I'm thinking more the Dominic and Rey thing, but yeah, I guess maybe they want to pop that. You could argue, since this was taped, maybe they wanted to have a big match, but having a big match that you already know the outcome kind of defeats the purpose, in my opinion.
And good.
You wouldn't have Rock and Austin at Mania, but you tape it. That doesn't really sound right to me.
The 10th Rock and Austin reference, but
well, they're fucking over. What do you want me to say?
I want you to say Kenny Omega and Okada in the Tokyo Dome.
Okada and Omega, right? Fair enough. We're back for the break, and we see clips of Jake Paul and Logan Paul in the podcast. Who cares? Load of shite. We then got Ricochet. He's got backstage. He's got words for LA Knight. Ricochet says he's going to knock some of LA Knight's teeth out to shut him up. I wish someone would knock all Ricochet's teeth out so I didn't have to listen to him.
It's just Ricochet's gimmick is, I don't do my talking with my talking, I do it with my wrestling. That's his fucking gimmick, isn't it?
Does Ricochet sound like that?
Yeah, I heard him speak.
I fucking must say. He sounds like a hillbilly. No, there you go.
No, he does. He sounds like Maven.
Maven was 10 times better than Ricochet. Even Maven's theme song was shit, but it kind of was good at the same time. It was, I don't know, I like Maven's theme.
Maven in 2002, Rumble in 2005. That's all I need to say.
Just taking a cheer shot off Snitsky makes Maven better than any of these guys. And then we get a new vignette for the Viking Raiders and Sarah Logan, even though I didn't see the Viking Raiders at all in this segment.
Sarah Logan?
Yep.
He's brought her back?
Yep.
Oh, Triple H, what you doing, son?
Well, she is married to fucking Eric, so...
I couldn't give a fuck who she... Well, unless it's Eric Bischoff, I don't care.
No, Eric is Viking Raiders.
Right, well, Eric, your ass on it here, mate. Is that...
Hold on, she's been back for a couple of weeks. Where you been?
Not on the fucking smack. No, she's married to Eric. What? And you think that's a good enough reason to bring her back?
It's like I'm on...
It's like I'm Triple H.
I feel like I'm Raw and SmackDown and you're like Sunday Night Heat. And then the odd time when someone's sick, you'll get called up to commentate on the main show, and but you don't know nothing.
McMahon and Cornette with fucking car.
But you don't know nothing that's happened. It's like weird. Anyway, right.
Hold on, right? If Sarah Logan was over or half relevant, I'd fucking be aware.
Would you?
Yeah.
You bloody didn't even know. You thought Santos Escobar was Andrade, mate.
Arriba. You
They look a bit the same, like, to be fair. Then we had LA Knight.
They literally play the same gimmick.
We had LA Knight versus Ricochet. LA Knight came out and grabbed the mic and said to Samantha Irvine that, that lame attempt at an intro, it might have been good enough for Ricochet, but it's not good enough for him. He called him a gymnastic puppet or something, puppet gymnastic or something, I don't know. Anyway, basically buried him for being a flippin' fly kind of guy. Then Ricochet attacks him.
Fucking sort of guy.
Michael Cole comes to the rescue of Samantha Irvine, putting her over saying she's a great commentator. Apparently Samantha Irvine is Ricochet's real life girlfriend as well. If you didn't know, now you know. And then they have a match. I just don't really care for it. I mean, I didn't think I could care less for Ricochet, but when he's wearing these awful pink tights, I don't like Bret Hart, but he makes pink work, I think.
This match wouldn't look out of place in Impact.
I know.
Aye. No, then, for him.
Ricochet, LA Knight wins. He uses the ropes for leverage, gets the win. Hopefully he can move on and get away from Ricochet. LA Knight's actually I like LA Knight. He's got potential. Fucking great talking.
Fucking the world.
LA Knight. His legs look like they're getting shorter though. I don't know if his legs are getting shorter, but someone needs to measure them because I don't remember them looking that short. Or Eli Drake, what do you want to call him, right? The guy's got fucking, he can talk. Got a gift of the gab. Then we get the Bloodline backstage minus Roman Reigns. Pretty much every week then, isn't it? Sami Zayn.
Why is minus? Why couldn't he have been there?
Sami Zayn is hyping them up for Crown Jewel. The Usos are preparing to set a record title reign. The Usos are going to go to the ring, call it the Brawling Brutes, but Sami's like, no, the match has already been made. They should stay in the back like shite bags. Jey Uso says, look, just because you're called Sami Uso now doesn't mean you can tell us what to do. We've been the Usos and the champions before you got here, and we'll be the champions after you're gone. Sami says that Reigns wouldn't approve of this, and Jey Uso says this isn't a bloodline thing, it's an Uso thing. Uso walks off, and Jimmy says to Sami that his brother's got a point. Jimmy follows Jey to the ring, and Sami Zayn complains to Solo Sikoa, who's just not even fucking acknowledging anything at this point.
We need Rikishi, we need The Rock, we need them all back, don't we?
Aye, fucking have Rikishi come over and run over. I don't know, run somebody over, damn it. We then go backstage to Bray Wyatt. He's pacing about. This was fucking weird. He's pacing about saying he doesn't want to hurt people, and then some guy is backstage and he said he's got a package or something. He's got a delivery for Bray Wyatt. Then Bray Wyatt says, you ever see someone cut you off when you're driving and you want to chase them down and get 30 seconds alone with them, and you want to do all these things to them, and it was weird. And the guy with the package is just kind of looking at Bray Wyatt, and you'd think if the guy was truly scared he'd be running away or something, but he was just kind of staring at him.
No, but my problem with this is, right, how can he half be in character, half not, and then talk about fucking driving his car? Oh, I want to spend 30 seconds with you. What is it? And then he's getting interrupted by creepy voices. Is this Bray Wyatt, or what's his real name?
Bo Rotundo or something?
Aye, Rotundo, mate. IRS Rotundo. What's it going to be?
What?
His dad's IRS.
I know he is.
That's what I'm saying. RIS Rotundo. Rabbi Rotundo.
Rotundo, you fucking knob. Leave the review to me.
This guy's fucking pish name.
Anyway, then he tells
fucking pish. No, I can't actually fucking believe they wasted fuel, energy, a plane ticket on flying this mental.
All right, Greta Thunberg. Fucking hell.
What?
I can't believe they wasted pollution and oil.
I couldn't give a fuck about pollution, right? But see that plane ticket that it cost him? They could have get. That's our fucking YouTube life for life.
Didn't have a plane ticket, mate. Fucking McMahon's private jet, probably.
McMahon doesn't have a jet.
Must he sell them?
They fly in Triple H's fucking nose.
Saving the planet one nose at a time, right? God, right, then this howdy guy flashes on the screen and I'm what the fuck, man, who cares?
That nose joke's better than the fucking show,
Then we go to the ring and the Usos are hyping themselves up. The Bloodline are in your city, blah blah blah. The fans are chanting New Day. The New Day come out and the New Day basically say, look, as soon as you touch back down on American soil, we're going to take the belts off you. So the New Day have zero fucking confidence in the Brawling Brutes getting the job done, and do I blame them? Absolutely not. Then,
that's why it makes no sense. Why is the title? Why is the pay-per-view match getting shot on?
when you shit on it, the Brawling Brutes had no chance. You even said this in the preview vid.
Yes, but why aren't the New Day taking them on?
Because they probably want to do it on the SmackDown, and the stipulation will be, if the New Day win, they prevent the title reign from being broke.
What was the point of this was even having a match? It could have been fucking Ray and be General Gunther. Gunther! Oh, me boring fat bastard.
Right, anyway, then Brawling Brutes come out and attack, and it's 4-on-2 beatdown. Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa come out, make the save, and then there's a bunch of people brawling, and the Bloodline leave the Brawling Brutes, and the New Day laying out there. So there you go, Sami Zayn coming to the rescue of Jey Uso. Then we see Kyla Braxton backstage with Mysterio. Ray says he loves competing in WWE, it's his whole life, he's given everything to his business. Ray says he misses his son Dominic, but he's not giving up now. Ray wants to go on, and he says that the worst already happened is behind him. He can't give up, he must keep fighting. Ray says Gunther is a hell of an opponent, and his chest still hurts for the chop last week, but he's going to take all the pain inside and turn it into rage, and use that rage to fill himself up, chop Gunther down to size, and become the new Intercontinental Champion. Then we get Shayna Baszler versus Natalya. Just a really ugly fucking match in my opinion.
Yeah, two ugly bastards. Was this before or after the segment they had?
Oh Jesus fucking Christ, that segment was last week, mate.
Was it?
Yes.
Well, I need to talk about that, right? Because this needs to get addressed right here, right?
Oh wait, cause before we address this, can we just address how out of touch and fucking clueless you are? First, you thought that segment was. You didn't even know if it was before or after this match when it was last week. You thought Santos Escobar was Andrade. Wait, hold yo. You didn't know that Sarah Logan's been back for weeks now. It's like I feel like you're out the fucking loop. It's almost like you're living in the past or something.
That's good, right?
Okay, go explain yourself.
The Triple H joke made up for any mistake.
I agree, actually. You know what? I'll let it all slide. Let's move on. Right, what was your point about the promo from last week, though?
Shayna Baszler's an ugly bastard, and these three fucking suck.
Aye, so, I mean, it is what it is. Baszler's got the Kokita clutch in, or whatever it's called, the chokehold. Natalya, it's just weird, just Natalya looked just fucking very, I don't know, out of shape. Nah, I'm not saying she's...
plastic was going to her head here.
I'm not saying she's fat, but do you not think her body's just kind of, she seems very,
fat?
Just, I don't think she's fat,
big boned.
Maybe it just seems very round and bulky and just doesn't look fucking good.
Well, maybe the plastic's fucking expanding and it's just going everywhere.
She does a roll up and pins the shoulder down for two, and then Baszler flips her back over and taps her out. Then after the match, Ronda gets in the ring, holds Baszler's hand up. Baszler then brings her knee pad down and knees Natalya in the face.
And actually breaks her nose for realsers.
Now, to me, it looked fake. It looked like the knee missed by about 10 mile, but you're saying that Natalya had a broken nose for this?
Yeah, it was on Instagram. WWE posted about it.
Well, there you go. Natalya got a makeover for free, so everyone wins. Fucking
silicone
tell you what,
your fucking nostrils.
Shayna Baszler needs a makeover. I think she needs about 10 knees to the face.
She needs a barrel full of hydrochloric acid to sort her face out.
Well.
Full pound of the blue stuff. Then
we what do we have after this? We have a video package showing the steel cage match that's going to happen at Crown Jewel. We come back for the break. We see how Alexa Bliss and Asuka won the tag team titles. Don't think we really give a shit. Then we go to the ring. MVP's talking. He says how almost beat 4 opponents, and now he's got 5 opponents for Braun Strowman. I know what I just don't get. Surely MVP looks at these 5 guys and thinks that these guys haven't got a fucking hope in hell. Now, with MVP not bringing out 2 guys that are actually on the roster, would that not pose more of a threat?
Yeah, exactly, but that would be a smart thing to do.
What about fucking 2 guys that are just relatively big? That you could look at them and go, you know what, I think they could pose a threat. I think they could potentially beat Braun Strowman. I'm trying to think of names here, but what about, I don't know, Alpha Academy? I say them every week, but yeah, why not? The numbers doesn't matter, right? See when you're dealing with local enhancement talents, would it really matter if it was 20 on one? No. It wouldn't matter a shit.
You beat them.
I mean, I just don't get it, man. But they're trying to put. It's almost like MVP's trying to make you believe that these 5 guys are going to win. It's like, fuck no. So the 5 guys come out to the ring. 5 guys and fucking fries.
5 guys, burgers and fries.
I think they need some fries. They need to put some fucking beef on. One of them looked like Finlay. Braun Strowman then comes out from behind and like runs him over steam train. Then he just takes it. He takes out MVP with the power slam. We don't even get the bloody match. It's just MVP beating down MVP. It's just Braun beating down MVP, but do we really need the match, in fairness? Then Kayla's backstage with the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Gunther! Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. Remember Giovanni Vinci had that Italian gimmick? Well, he is Italian. Remember he drove the fast car and he couldn't get out the parking lot because
Chase University were in the parking lot.
Like, what happened to that? You know what I mean? There's Triple H just killed that guy's single run because, I want to put Imperium back together because Vince McMahon broke. That's pathetic.
No, it isn't. It is pathetic.
You can maybe argue Giovanni Vinci wanted to go back, but it's just fucking lame. I am shocked he's not changed his name back to Walter.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted he's not done that. Gunther says that in some things, one thing will never change, and that is him being champion. They talk about Ray having no honour and how he turned his back on his son. I mean, it wasn't the worst promo.
Do you not watch Raw, mate? He turned his back on his son. His son fucking jobbed him.
Exactly. Then we go backstage with Legado del Fantasma. We see Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, Selena Vega, and according to this guy, Andrade.
Well, see, I'll tell you what, Andrade's great, right? He can cut a promo. Well, I mean, of course it's Escobar, but the other 3 are fucking shite. They're just there because they're his family, even though one of them just showed up when he turned on fucking SmackDown. This guy's close. This guy's as close as it's going to be to becoming a star. I like the fact they've kept the vignettes the same from NXT, like the wee sit down segments.
I just don't know why they traded Selena Vega for Elektra Lopez. Someone can tell me why.
No, I know, but like, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Escobar. He's saying it. You're buying it, and then the camera pans to her. I don't give a fuck what she's got to say. Know your role. Clean the dishes, mate, and let him get down to business. But see, the fucking cartel.
Elektra Lopez, she did come across as like a businesswoman, and she was fresh, and she didn't have all this baggage that Selena Vega. So when I see Selena Vega, I just think of someone who's fucking failed for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Whereas
the Queen of the Ring for 4 years ago.
You know, you're literally just throwing a fucking jobber in with 3 new people. Like, what is the point of that? Why? I don't see why they changed it. It wasn't broken, but they've changed it regardless. Because apparently Selena Vega's a much better talker, but I don't know. We never even heard Elektra Lopez speak, so for all we know, she could be pretty good.
Oh, much better talker. Well, Triple H saw about the fucking wrestling. Louis Mark, so what's his problem?
Anyway, right, they say that they're going to get revenge and that Nakamura, made the wrong choice. I just don't get this. Like, 2 weeks ago, Legado del Fantasma beat Shit Row in 2 minutes, and then last week they lost a 6-man tag. It's like 50-50 fucking booking. Like, I mean, 1 week they bury Shit Row, but then they give Shit Row a win the week after. All you're doing is burying both fucking teams here.
No, why is Legado del Fantasma losing?
Like, see back in the day, right? See Austin, he'd maybe offer Spike Dudley a shot at the title and beat him. See if Spike Dudley asked for a rematch for next week. Do you think Spike Dudley's getting the win and Austin's going to put him over 50-50? No.
Hell no.
Because if you win and then you lose the next week, it just kind of devalues your win for the previous week. Exactly. It doesn't leave both guys looking strong. It just leaves both guys looking weak, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Whereas if you got a guy that wins over somebody twice, then you're like, well, he's the man.
Exactly, but WWE, Triple H doesn't understand what he's doing. Thought he's the chosen one.
Name me anyone who got over by splitting losses and wins every week.
No one.
Anyone who gets over fucking wins, has like a winning run, has a winning period. You can't name me anyone that was relatively over. But in the 1 week they lost, next week they won, 1 week... What?
Doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't happen.
And it's main event time.
It doesn't happen, right? Main event time, speaking of not losing, Gunther doesn't really lose. And I tell you what, he didn't lose this. I mean, it was an okay match. Rey Mysterio kicked out the powerbomb. But then Gunther beats him with a clothesline, and I just thought, you know, what the fuck is this? I mean, like Gunther's powerbomb looks shit, by the way. People's going to say the guy's a great wrestler, right? This must be one of the worst powerbombs I've ever seen. He does not do a good powerbomb. It's really fucking weak. It's almost like he's placing the person down like their baby, like it's his child. He's putting them to bed, and I don't want to drop you too hard into the cot, so I'm gonna place you gently into
Go to sleep, Ray.
I mean, I don't like it. And the fact that he beat him with a lariat clothesline.
Tell you what, like, what are they doing with Rey Mysterio? Is it time to go?
TNA? Nah, it's gonna be
AW.
Can't even go with TNA anymore. It's not even a fucking option, is it?
No.
Unless you want to work for free. Anyway, that's it. Gunther wins. Imperium stands tall. Gunther remains your IC champion. And that's it. The show ends as we get preparing for Crown Jewel. But we already know what happens at Crown Jewel. And what a fucking shit show that was. But we're here to rate this show, this SmackDown. And what's your thoughts on it?
It wasn't that good, but was it better than Crown Jewel?
Probably fucking was, like.
I'm going to give it a 2. Still better, like, but...
Can I give it more than a 2? That's the question. No, 2 for me. I'm going to give it 2 as well. There you go, 2 out of 10 for a taped, out-of-date SmackDown. No bad, no bad. Till next time. Peace.